Sunrise this morning, 7:07. Sunrise this morning, 7:07. Sunset 4:41. My name is Ty Diaz with Vail Daily Live. It's going to be another sunny day out on the slopes. VDL starts right now.
Hi, I'm Trisha Swenson.
I'm Brazzo.
I'm Ashley.
I'm Ken Hovey.
I'm Meredith Kirkman.
I'm Ty Diaz.
I'm Charlie Kennedy.
We are VDL.
We are VDL.
We are VDL.
Vail Daily Live.
We are VDL.
VDL.
We are VDL.
Oh, yes, we are VDL, and we've got a big show for you today. It is Thursday, December 2nd. We have so many things going on this weekend and even today to tell you about. So thanks for joining us this morning. I'm Trisha Swenson, coming to you live from our Vail Daily Live studios at the Vail Daily headquarters in Eagle Vale. Over in Vail, we'll have Ty Diaz giving us some information about what's going on over at Vail Village. And then we've got an exclusive interview with Birds of Prey competitor River Radimus and Vail Valley Local. And we'll also give you updates on what's going on with snow days. James Deegan will be here. The Warren Miller film, Winter is Here. And we'll give you weather, headlines, events, and so much more. So we got a jam-packed hour plus. If you're watching us on YouTube or Facebook, keep in mind you can chat with us via those platforms. And if you can't catch the whole show, you can always catch us on demand. We're on Roku. We're on Amazon Fire, Apple TV. We're also a podcast on Spotify in case you're out walking the dog or driving in your car. You can listen to us that way. But let's get right to it. A lot of things going on. Let's start out with our weather and mountain report, just to give you any details on what the weather's going to be like for these events that are all outdoors. And this weather report is brought to you by the outlets at Silverthorne, Elevated Savings. And today we're going to see pretty mild temperatures once again. We're in the 20s right now, at 29 already in Vail. Real feel is about 25 degrees. We'll have to ask Ty Diaz about that. And then today's high, 54 degrees for December 2nd. Overnight lows will drop down into the upper 20s once again. Here's a live shot looking out towards the Gore Range in the far upper left hand of your screen. You can see the traffic moving quite smoothly this morning. And in the center of your screen, that's the snowmaking guns. You can see them firing up the snowmaking guns along that Born Free region down into Lion's Head. Now, for the next couple of days, we're going to be seeing similar skies, clear skies throughout the day, temperatures in the 40s and 50s. And then by Sunday and Monday, the clouds will move in. Hopefully we'll get some precipitation. So we're looking forward to any change in the weather. So that's what we got going on with our weather. But for the mountain report, you know what? We did open up Beaver Creek earlier this week on the 29th, Monday. We have Centennial Lift as well as Haymeadow Express. And then that'll bring you down the Latigo Flats to Gold Dust and the beginner area by Haymeadow, about 70 acres over at the Beav. There is no ski access to the Birds of Prey. Just want to make sure we're all clear on that. It's just bus traffic that'll bring you up there. Now over in Vail, we've got Ty Diaz standing by at Gondola 1, and let's bring him in so we can chat a little bit about the terrain. Ty, so we've got Gondi 1 open, and what else are we looking at for our mountain report?
Here's what we're looking at, Trisha Swenson, and I was going to go ahead and pan right now. Gondola 1, that's where I'm standing, the top of Bridge Street. What's really awesome about this, that we're open for this season. We're hearing really good stuff about the quality of snow, the terrain. I know you've been out there, some of the other staff has been out there, but 9 o'clock is the lift times for the open to get out here on Gondola 1, on Eaglebond Gondola number 19, Chair 2 if you're looking for that, and Chair 4 to get after it today in the sun. You're absolutely right. But right now, if you look at the time, it's not 9 o'clock yet, but we did see in the show open staff making their way to positions, and of many positions, Buffalo's Restaurant Outdoor Grill. They're open today if you're looking for a nice sunny place, fantastic views to enjoy lunch. Yeah, so that's what's happening so far.
Oh, yeah, and you know what? Right next to Buffalo's, there's this brand new Rocky's Roadhouse. Rocky being one of the avalanche dogs, one of the ski patrol dogs up at Vail Mountain. So that's totally outdoors. I mean, you can't quite ski up to it, but pretty darn close. You just put your skis on the racks, you walk through. It's all outdoors. So that's super cool, and that's new this year. Oh, and they also expanded the deck on Henry's Hut, Ty, and they put some really
Thanks,
cool
yeah.
photos of the dogs, you know, Henry, Rocky, Jake, all the different avalanche dogs, the ski patrol dogs. They're all in Henry's Hut now. Really cool photos. So that was new this year.
Yes, I'm excited about everything that's new on Vail Mountain as well as Beaver Creek Mountain. And I'm sure the viewers at home are too. So we're looking forward to those that are still making their way here. Let's get out and explore together. If you're taking any pictures, any documentation, we look forward to you sharing with us on VDL. And you can do so by Instagram, uploading your photos there. You can tell us a brief story. And we're looking forward to discovering new things about Vail and Beaver Creek Mountain together. But as you can see, the staff, they're kind of making their way to the slopes. You can see the gondola here is spinning. But go to the Epic Pass, epicpass.com's website. 3 days and a few hours, seconds, the countdown is still going. That last chance for you to get your pass for the season.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, Ty, it's a great time to be here. A lot of things going on. We're going to be talking about snowy days in the World Cup. But Ty, I had a chance to go and finally see Chris Anthony's documentary, Mission Mount Mangart. You know, he debuted it on Veterans Day down in Denver at Betcher Hall with the Colorado Symphony Orchestra. But we got to see it at a sold-out Valar Performing Arts Center, and that was really cool. And my husband went. I said, "Hey, come with me to this," and he's always kind of skeptical about like what I'm dragging him to, but he couldn't stop talking about it. He just raved about just the history and the story and what it took to make this. Chris Anthony didn't have a big production company or a film crew behind him. He did a lot of it on his own or had some friends that helped him out, but. It was really cool to finally see that final product. So if you have a chance to go see it, he's going to take it on tour now. Oregon, Aspen, down other places in Colorado. But when it comes back to the Valley, Ty, you got to see it.
I'm happy to go see this movie. I saw the trailer. It's fantastic. And I'm also just really moved by the narrator, his voice, because in his younger days, and if you could look up his name, that it's just really just one of those things that just makes it significant to us when we still have members of the 10th Mountain Division among us. The guy that narrated the video itself just definitely takes you there.
Yes, I think that was Bruce Campbell. Yeah, so they kind of, he says, this is the story, my story. And yeah, so he's got this great narration voice. Chris narrates it. I mean, I was just glued to the whole story the entire time. So just really, really neat. I'm so proud of Chris for everything he's accomplished with this show. So that was last night, but we got more coming up. So Ty, we're going to let you warm up a little bit. We're going to take it to a quick break. We'll be back with more Vail Daily Live. Stay tuned.
Even more now than maybe before. The fresh air, good for your head, it's good for your heart, it's good for you physically, and it'll make you smile.
And go rip some pow.
Let's go. I'll lead you, follow. There's nowhere we can't wander. I know you hear it calling to.
See and be seen with the Eyepieces of Vail. View our curated collection of the best eyewear from around the world. Find your favorite brands and be introduced to new lines of eyeglasses, sunglasses, and goggles. See in style with prescription services done in-house at Eyepieces of Vail. Schedule time with one of our optometrists or get a comprehensive digital eye exam. Our on-site laboratory allows you to get your prescription done quickly so you can get back out there. Eyepieces of Vail, the art of vision.
This Weather and Mountain Report is brought to you by Betteridge. Fine jewelry and watches with exceptional service since 1897, located in Solaris.
All right, let's give you your quick look at the weather before we jump into our Vail Daily headlines for today. We're going to see great weather for the races. We're going to have temperatures probably up at the race venue around 40, down on the valley floor 50, low 50s, mid 50s, depending on where you're at. Here's the real feel right now, about 25 degrees in Vail, where Ty Diaz is standing by. 29 is what the thermometer is registering. And then the high for Vail, we're looking at 54 today, and then 29 for an overnight low. Winds aren't going to be a factor, so that'll be great news for the races. We do have the Super G happening today and tomorrow, and the downhill on Saturday and Sunday. And the forecast for that looks great as well. You know, the racers don't want new snow. They want to have the man-made product that's out there. They want to control the environment. The Talents crew really wants things to be predictable. And all the comments, I was up there yesterday taking a look and kind of getting the lay of the land for our reports that we'll be doing the next 3 days from that area. But from what I heard, the racers are very impressed with the conditions. Beaver Creek, the Talents crew, they always do such a good job. This is one of the favorite stops and one of the most intimidating stops on the World Cup circuit for the downhill Super G. So once again, Super G happens today at 11:45. Tomorrow it's 10:45. And then Saturday and Sunday, we'll have the downhill. So good weather for all that. Now, to get up to the races, we do not have ski in, ski out access to the races this year up at Beaver Creek because we only have lift number 6 open. This is the gondola chair combination that takes you to Spruce Saddle. And then we have the Haymeadow Express. So they just opened that on Monday, about 70 acres. I did a couple laps on Gold Dust on opening day. The product, wow, they've done a lot with those snowmaking machines because Mother Nature, let's face it, hasn't been that helpful. Over at Vail, where Ty Diaz is standing by, Gandhi 1 will open for you at 9 a.m. That'll take you to lift number 4, and we've got some good runs around the Midvale area. So anything from Ramshorn, Powerline, Slifer Express, Cappuccino, Swingsville, in that area. And then Chair 2 is open, but basically it's a connector between the Eagle Bond Gondola from Lion's Head over to Midvale. So there's not a lot of runs open around Chair 2, just basically Midvale Express and Meadows. That's going to get you over to the Midvale area. You can download at the end of the day, or we do have top to bottom, or not top to bottom, but basically, yeah, from Midvale down to the bottom, skiing into Vail Village. But let's take a look at your headlines for today. I want to thank Vail Mountain Coffee and Tea, their roastery in Minturn, their location up at Beaver Creek, for fueling our adventures this morning. And here's what made headlines for Thursday, the 2nd of December. And River Radimus, he's taking flight. He's going to be at the Birds of Prey Audi FIS Ski World Cup. He's going to be doing the Super G today. And when we talked to him yesterday, he said that's basically his one run. So today, if you want to see him, if you want to see the local, stop by up at Birds of Prey today. Also, CORAC finals push. In the coming weeks, the U.S. Senate will debate local wilderness expansion bill as a part of the National Defense Authorization Act. More on that on page A4. Hey, we've got the holiday market. Remember, to honor and teach, local volunteers needed to decorate graves of Vail area veterans for Wreaths Across America. Wreaths Across America is a national campaign, and they need some locals to help place the wreaths at our local cemeteries. More can be found on page A2. Also, the holiday market returns to the Alpine Arts Center. You can find more on page A5, where you can buy some great gifts from local artisans. And then we just mentioned him on the cover, River Radimus to the Maximus. Skier infuses childlike, joyful purpose in his mature approach to maximizing his potential on the slopes. More on that on page 825. And don't forget, we've got an exclusive interview with River this morning that you can watch right here. Real quick look at the roads. No weather-related problems to talk about, so that's good news. A little bit of construction, though, especially east of the tunnel, more towards the Denver area. We've kind of ceased operations for construction up on Vail Pass. As you can see, that upper left hand, that has no problems with any construction. They took away those barrels on the shoulders, so we're looking good in the high country, but there is some construction on your way down to Denver. You can always download the app, cotrip.org, to give you some details and find out what's going on with the roads, especially once Monday and Tuesday come through. Maybe we could see some storms. It's always good to have those details at your fingertips, and sign up for the Eagle County Alerts. EC Alerts will give you more details on road closures in our county. That's a look at a lot of information from the Vail Daily Headlines to your roads. We're going to take it to a short break, and when we come back, we'll give you some details more on the World Cup.
This is the planning effect. This is how it feels to know you have a wealth plan that covers everything that's important to you. This is what it's like to have a dedicated Fidelity advisor looking at your full financial picture, making sure you have the right balance of risk and reward, and helping you plan for future generations. This is the planning effect from Fidelity.
This Weather and Mountain Report is brought to you by Live Sotheby's International Realty, Colorado's leading real estate firm. Contact their Vail Valley broker professionals today to help you live the life you love.
It's a pretty easy job predicting the weather right now. It's kind of the same thing like Groundhog Day over and over again. We wake up to the clear skies. We haven't even had that bad of temperatures overnight. We're at 29 already right now, and we're going to see that high jump to 54 degrees. I heard that Denver could be back in the 70s again today, and even down in Eagle and Gypsum, they could be almost in the 60s. So very unseasonably warm weather. Overnight low dropping down into the 20s. And there we go for Eagle, 27 right now. That high today could reach 57 degrees. Wind's not going to be really a problem, which is great, of course, for the races today that happen. And then we're going to see the next 5 days look like this. We're going to have clear skies Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and then a chance of those showers coming in Sunday and Monday. But these overnight temperatures, this is awesome because we've got snow days coming up. With that headliner concerts outdoors, it's always good to be a little more comfortable out there when you're listening to Nathaniel Rateliff and the Night Sweats. He'll be taking the stage on Friday, and then Dierks Bentley taking the stage on Saturday. And we'll be talking to James Deegan from Highline Sports and Entertainment in just a little bit about those headliner concerts and a lot more that it's going to be associated with Vail Snow Days. Back again this year after taking a hiatus last year. But let's check in with Ty Diaz for our mountain report because he's our man on the streets, man on the slopes, and Ty is standing by at Gondola 1. And Ty, I can see the gondola moving, but not quite yet for passengers.
9 o'clock, that's when it opens. You're absolutely right. But even I do this, like my friends that come to visit in the summertime, any time of year, we bring them right to this point and they say exactly these words. That's Vail Mountain right there. And it is. And I feel the same way every day when I come out here, especially in the wintertime, as we make goals to get after it again. The lift opens at 9 o'clock, but let's help everyone at home begin their day by noticing how close we are to the ticket office. Tricia Swenson, 8 o'clock, that's when it opens. You have your express lift ticket window stationed here, as well as against the wall over there, your ticket prices for the day, for the family, for the kids. And again, 8 o'clock, 15 minutes away from your purchase window to get over there, and then an hour away to get over there. There's restaurants nearby for your coffee. Fuel up before you go. But Tricia, before we go, plenty of information before you start the day, and you can do so with the app on your phone, the grooming report for the day. You can find plenty of stations around the base of the mountain, Beaver Creek, Vail, Lion's Head, the information that we look forward to, letting us know what's available on the slopes, green run, blue runs, as well as beginner terrain and lift times and lift access. But over here, I have Jameis, and we all know Jameis from Charter Sports. He did me a favor, and he's going to do this for the viewers, and that's kind of go through the detail of what's open on Vail Mountain using the app. Good morning, Jameis, and thanks for being here.
Hey, appreciate you having me, Ty. It's great to be here with VDL. 25 trails are currently open today at Vail Mountain. And you ask yourself, wow, man, that's actually quite a bit. In fact, it almost takes all day to get 25 runs in, right? So it's like, hey, coming to Vail, still plenty of skiing to going on. Vail is the king of producing man-made snow, and they've been doing that. Both villages have their gondolas open right now. So out of Lions Head, you can take the gondola, and out of Vail Village. Now, out of Lions Head, typically only beginner terrain is open. So if you're a beginner, if you're here to take lessons, if you're just learning how to ski, all you need to do is hang out in Lions Head and cruise up to Eagle's Nest, and then ride Little Eagle here, Chair 15. And then when you're done skiing, you simply just enjoy a nice warm download down the gondola and back to the base of the mountain. Now, if you really want to get some gnarly skiing in, when I say gnarly, up past Midvale, all types of terrains open, blue, green, and black slopes. So, like I said, 25 slopes are open. It's almost a challenge to find all 25. But Chair 4 is rocking right now. It's a six-person chairlift. So if the lift line appears visually to be long, typically it's not at all. They're shuffling so many people 6 at a time that there's not a wait at all. I haven't noticed it. And I've been skiing daily. It's been awesome.
I haven't gotten out there myself, but plenty of access points, as you can see at home. Tricia Swenson, you've been out there. How many runs have you been getting in a single day?
Well, you know what? I'll go in the morning, and then maybe I'll get about 3 or 4 runs, and then I'll take a little break, go up to Rocky's Roadhouse, and then make a few more. So, yeah, you know what? I'm glad they opened up the Cappuccino and Slifer Express, and then having Tier 2 between the two villages has really helped out as well. So, guys, thank you for that report. We'll be checking in with you. We'll let you get warm. I know even though it's pretty balmy out there, it does get cold because you're standing out there for a while. And like I mentioned before, we'll have great day weather for the races today. It should be about 40 degrees up at the Red Tail finish area, which you can go to for free and watch the races. So today we've got the 11:45 start for the Super G, and then 10:45 tomorrow for the same Super G, and then downhills on Saturday and Sunday. If you want to get up there, park at the lower lots, and then take the bus up to the village, and then there's another bus that'll take you to the race arena. Make sure you have good boots, shoes. You're going to be climbing up about 75 or so steps. I tried to count them yesterday. So it is a bit of a workout. And then you're either standing on snow or you're going. That you'll likely see at the Olympics in the early part of 2022. So very exciting to have Birds of Prey back again. We added an extra race when a downhill was canceled last weekend in Lake Louise up in Canada. So the Birds of Prey crew, the Vail Valley Foundation, Beaver Creek Resort, they're so good at adapting to these changes. But we had a chance to talk to River Radamus, who grew up coming to the races as a kid for the field trip during the day. And then, of course, he was slipping the course as a member of the Ski and Snowboard Club Vail team. He debuted here in 2017, and we had a chance to catch up with him via Zoom yesterday. Let's see what he had to say. All right, we are excited for our next interview. We were able to get an exclusive with River Radamus from the U.S. men's ski team. Let's bring him on the screen. We're also bringing in Ryan Cedarquist. He is our sports writer at the Vail Daily as well. And guys, thanks for joining us today. It's World Cup week. All right, well, River, let's first start out. You grew up in the Valley. You're no stranger to this hill. I know you used to, do the field trips as a kid, slip the course when you were with Ski and Snowboard Club Vail, and then you foreran it in the 2015s, the World Alpine Ski Championships, and then you debuted here in 2017. So we're just glad to have you here, and we're so glad to be speaking to you here on a North American soil. Last year, we sure missed it. So we're glad to have you back.
Yeah, I'm thrilled to be here. Obviously, I and every other American that's racing this weekend is thrilled to be skiing back in the U.S. And, it means especially much to me just because I grew up in Edwards and I'm racing on home soil.
Okay, well, hey, let's let Ryan take it away with the first question. Ryan, what you got?
Well, River, hi, nice to meet you. Hopefully, I'm not kicking things off with too deep of a question, but you said in the AP story that came out yesterday, your hairstyle is to remind yourself it's just a game. And we see across athletics this idea of playing with sort of a joyful purpose. So I'm just curious, what gets you to push yourself in training, navigate obstacles, disappointment, or motivate you to be the best you can be day in, day out? Or maybe a better way of saying it is, what is your why?
Oh gosh. The why always changes to a degree, whether it's some race you're shooting for or some accolade you want to achieve. But for me, the longer why is becoming the best athlete, the best ski racer I can be, with the limited time I get. A peak as a ski racer doesn't last that long, and obviously my body's going to be old and deteriorate one day, and I'm never going to be able to ski the same way I can now. So making the most of the time I have and maximizing my potential and maximizing my abilities is what drives me every day, day in and day out.
Awesome, River. And you know what? I love that hairstyle. I remember when Chad Fleischer had that, the throwback. So, real cool, playful hairstyle. And now let's talk about another legend, Ted Ligety. I know you've looked up to him. You even had the posters in your room growing up and everything. Two questions about him. Has he said anything to you this week? Like, have you guys conversed about coming back to American soil? And second question, I heard he's going to be doing the kind of the color commentary at Birds of Prey. Like, what would that mean to you to have an amazing showing and Ligaty's calling it?
I haven't talked to him yet, but I know he's around the valley, so I'm going to try to catch up with him sometime this week. Yeah, he's been a mentor to me for the last couple of years and an inspiration to me for the last many, many years. So he's a figure I've always looked up to and someone who I hope to emulate racing on home soil. He had an amazing talent there. So being able to ski at home, ski in front of a crowd, and also ski with him commentating, I've got that extra little bit of pressure to throw down and make a memorable run this weekend.
Hey, River, something that struck my attention reading the story yesterday, too, is that you're working with a sports psychologist. And with this increased focus on mental health in sports, I was just kind of wondering if you could elaborate more on any specific mental skills, whether it's visualization, imagery, self-talk, or whatever, that have helped you on and off the slope.
Yeah, so I've been taking it more seriously, working with sports psych for the last couple of years. The mental side of the game is something that I think I wasn't using to its full potential until recently. Something I work with them a lot on right now is taking a more holistic approach to the sport, realizing there are so many variables in this sport and there's so many things that can go wrong at any given moment. It's not a sport in a bubble, and you have a minute and a half to stand in that start and perform to your absolute peak. But stuff happens, So I am trying to gain more gratification and satisfaction from what I do, from the training, from the work I put in and the preparation, and take pride in all of those little things that I do along the way, make sure that I'm maximizing that so that when I show up on race day, I know I've prepared as much as I possibly can, and I sort of leave the result to fate. I hope to have those great results and the accolades that I work for, but I know that a lot of that stuff is out of my control, and I can't hang my head too low because of it. So I know that if I put the work in and repeat the stuff that I can control and put in the work, I'll have my day eventually, and I'll have my day more often than not, as long as I take it that way instead of putting the cart before the horse and think about the outcomes before the process.
Well, I'll say it warms my heart that you're investing in that mental side. Someone who studied sports psychology, my professor once said, we don't just send the weak athletes to the weight room. The people using it the most are the best athletes. And it's the same with the mental strength side. And so kind of following up, what would your message be, to younger athletes, youth coaches who maybe have that doubts about or the stigmatism that's still there about sports psychology?
Yeah, I mean, this sport and all sport, you can't take too seriously. So first and foremost, it has to be from a place of joy and a place of fun. If you feel like you're being pushed into it, or you're banging your head against the wall and doing it for this outcome or that outcome, you're never going to make it to where you want to be, because you're going to burn out, or you're going to be too in your head about the outcomes, and not put yourself in a position to succeed on race day. So that's what comes first to me: a place of joy, a place of fun. Make sure that I still have that passion for the sport. If I have that passion, then every day the wake ups at 5 a.m. or the extra runs on the hill or the time in the gym gets so much easier, because I know what my why is and I know what I'm doing it for, and it's because I love it.
Okay. Now, at the Killington press conference, Michaela Schifrin mentioned how the depth of the U.S. women's alpine team has really improved, lately, and she feels that it's kind of internally, and it's kind of like the younger racers are pushing the older racers. Can you kind of give us an insight of some of the culture of the men's team, and whether or not you see things moving in that direction?
Yeah, I absolutely do. Whether it's the success that I had early this season or the results you're seeing on the men's slalom side at World Champs last year, we're building momentum, and we're carrying the torch forward. I think it takes time, especially as Americans getting onto World Cup, but we're moving in the right direction, and I really like the group that we have right now. And I'll say it hasn't come easily. It's taken years and years of work. And the era that I'm in, the generation I'm in, I guess, has been skiing together for a really long time, and we've sort of cultivated this culture. We take a lot of our culture cues from, I do at least, from the Norwegian national team, who has been really strong in years past. And something that they talk about a lot is, I know in this sport, I'm not going to have my day every day. But if I put in the work and I make sure that my teammate puts in the work every day, and I work alongside them and push them, then when they have their day, I can take satisfaction in that, because I helped create that. And that's something that I really subscribe to. So whether it's in the gym or on the hill, I'm pushing my teammates, I'm challenging them to be, as good and as driven as I know they can be, because I want to hold them accountable to the success that I know they're capable of. And I want them to do the same to me. So we have that momentum. We push each other in that direction, and we're starting to see the fruits of the labor come to the front.
All right, perfect. Thank you for that information. And wait, one last question. Okay, I'll consider this weekend a success if. Finish that line if you can.
Wow. I'm reflecting coming back to the U.S. to ski race again. I said this earlier today. I put this on my Instagram, but I went to Edwards Elementary just down the road, and school would get out there at 3:00, and the Beaver Creek would close at 4:00. So my mom would pick me up, and we would race over to Beaver Creek immediately, and we'd get like 2 or 3 runs in before the lift closes. And those were some of my fondest memories as a child. So coming back here and being able to race against the best skiers in the world, to me, in a really deep feeling of satisfaction, I feel like already it's a success. Just being here, being able to compete, and seeing how far I've come in this journey. But obviously I have higher and loftier goals than that. But like I said, I'm working really hard to focus on the process instead of the outcomes. So in saying that, I know that I've put the work in to succeed, and I know that I've prepared as much as I possibly can. So wherever the results lie, I'm going to be really proud and hold my head high.
Okay, perfect. Well, River, thank you so much for your time. We know you've got a very busy schedule, and we will be cheering you on at the Birds of Prey course, cheering on our hometown hero. So thanks for your time today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay.
Bright Future Foundation empowers families and individuals affected by domestic violence and sexual assault through prevention, crisis intervention, advocacy, and long-term healing services. Join us in making futures bright for survivors in our community.
Even more now than maybe before, the fresh air, good for your head, it's good for your heart, it's good for you physically, and it'll make you smile.
And go rip some pow.
Let's go. I'll lead you, follow. There's nowhere we can't wander. I know you hear it call too.
All right, we are back. James Deegan joins us now. He's in the hot seat. You want to come to our little small studio? We'd love to have you.
It's huge in here. I can't believe how vast it is.
Don't you love our view?
I love the view. This is amazing out here. I mean, we could have a Valley tequila seltzer here later.
Oh, I know.
Celebrate a little bit of opera.
Yeah, have a little bluegrass and bloodies going on. All right, we were talking drinking because we're talking partying, and it is snow days. Vail Snow Days returns, and James, you told me that this is the 15th year.
It is the 15th year. We created Vail Snow Days in conjunction with the town of Vail to discover Vail at the beginning of the season. To take a snow day, come on up here. I think it's more take of a party day and a concert or two this weekend. But we have a ton going on all weekend long. It kicks off tonight in Vail Village. We've got a Pray for Snow pub crawl going on.
Okay, that might help. That might bring the snow if you pray for snow.
It has before. It has before.
Yeah.
We'll dance for snow. We'll drink for snow.
We will, yes.
It'll be fun.
We will. Okay, so we go around to the different pubs on Bridge Street, and the George, Red Lion.
That's right.
That sort of thing.
Tons of Bud Light specials out there, and all kinds of great stuff going on all weekend long. But we kick it off this evening at Opry, and it goes into the night. Yeah. And tomorrow morning, our Festival Village takes place at Gondola 1. All kinds of great stuff there. Giveaways all weekend long, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Nature Valley granola bars, Spider. We have stuff from Anon Goggles. There's
Valley Tequila.
Valley Tequila Seltzer, which is an absolutely awesome product these days. That's been a part of our events now for the last few months. So, yeah, we're very much looking forward to it.
Okay, and then the big news is the headliner concerts, and that's what Snow Days is known for. And some of the bands in the past, we've had, Yukon Cornelius, Guster. We've had these guys before, Nathaniel Rateliff and the Night Sweats and Dierks Bentley. They're coming back.
Yeah, Dierks Bentley has never been to Vail before. This is the first time the A-list headliner talent.
I'm thinking of the other country musician that came. Oh my gosh, I can't remember.
We've had a lot.
Years of it.
15 years of it, yes. 15 years, 4 to 6 bands every year.
Yeah.
It's been phenomenal. But we kind of upped our game this year with the talent. Nathaniel Rateliff is absolutely on fire right now. Yes. He was on Saturday Night Live about a month ago. He was on the Jimmy Fallon Tonight Show in the last few months as well. Dierks Bentley was just in the CMA Awards. He was just a co-host with Blake Shelton on The Voice. So it's been a long road coming back, obviously, to Vail Snow Days, but we're here and we couldn't be more excited.
Oh yeah, so we've got these concerts coming up. Friday night is Nathaniel Rateliff and the Night Sweats, and Dirt Miller.
Dirt Miller, I'm telling you guys, wait till you see this guy. He is incredible.
Okay.
It's absolutely incredible. He's like a 21-year-old Chris Stapleton.
Wow.
And his persona certainly represents his name, Dirt Miller. So really fun. And then Saturday night we have obviously our headliner concert in Dierks Bentley, and then Callista Clark is opening, and she is a phenom, 20-year-old, absolute phenom, up-and-comer. Really, really, really great music all weekend long. So,
and you know what's so great? You don't have to travel for this. You're not going to Red Rocks. You're not going to Denver.
Correct.
These headliners are coming to us.
They are. Yeah,
That's
we've worked
amazing.
very hard, and we've spent a good amount of resources bringing these bands here, and we're very excited to have them. And Dierks Bentley is going to be huge on Saturday night, obviously. Nathaniel Rateliff sold out 3 shows this summer at Red Rocks in a row, so he's got 2 sold-out nights in Denver coming up in the next couple weeks, too. So it's going to be great. We're excited. There's a few VIP passes left, and I mean only a few. Plenty of GA tickets still available, though. So go to vailsnowdays.com and click right on and get your tickets.
Okay, yeah. And then the other events like this, the silent disco is going on. We also have the after parties.
Yep, all kinds of stuff. Bluegrass and Bloodies going on. Live music all weekend long in town at about, I think, 10 or so venues going on. So Snow Days Live, we call that. So, yeah, tons of great stuff.
Okay. Well, and James Deegan is no stranger to this. Once again, 15 years with Snow Days, but then also Spring Back to Vail, celebrating 20 years.
Yep.
So he's been around the block. In fact, we were just talking about the River Radimus interview, and you know how when he had the snow leopard hair, a lot of people, if you haven't been here long enough, you don't know who originated that style.
Well, Aldo Radimus was Chad Fleischer's coach. We were managing Chad at the time, and Chad had the snow leopard hairstyle, and now, ironically, his son, Aldo Radimus' son, is skiing, and he's got it. He's replicating it, so kind of cool.
Yeah, do you remember the 99s with Chad on the stick? This guy came up with that idea. So, okay, James, I know you got a lot of things to do before our pub crawl tonight and all the other activities. Tickets, best stores, what's the website?
VailSnowDays.com. Okay. Yep, very easy to get tickets. Weather's going to be perfect all weekend for concerts. Traditionally, Vail Snow Days is freezing, but hey, here we go.
I know we'll take the warmth, we'll take the balmy temperatures. So, okay, VailSnowDays.com for more information. But get your tickets, especially VIP. They're going to be sold out. We'll be right back. Club One is a pivotal part of the Vail lifestyle, with spacious lockers to store all your gear in a ski-in, ski-out location. Club One is your mountain headquarters, stacked with club amenities and members-only perks. Club One, where the locals locker.
Welcome to Vail Daily Live. Ty Diaz broadcasting live at Vail. I'm in front of the Liz Sotheby's International Realty building, standing with broker Heidi Bentz, longtime local. She's got her ski days in too.
Already started skiing.
And we were talking off camera. Welcome to Vail Daily Live. We were talking off camera. Happy birthday to Klaus Obermeyer. And you said you spent time talking with him. And
at the ski shows over the years.
Yeah.
He's going to live to 103.
Yes.
So he can ski 100 years. And I thought that was a good idea. So I plan on doing the same thing. And this will be my 60th ski season.
And that's the conversation that we had off camera. So happy birthday, Klaus Obermeyer, from us here. So Liz Sotheby's International Realty. You have some properties available, a home available, your dream home, your dream future. Let's start with the one you have out in Yampa.
It's just south of Yampa. It's about an hour from Edwards and about 30 minutes steamboat. It's on the ranches of Five Mesa. It just has 10 ranches. This one is 60 acres with a gorgeous, there's the picture of the barn, which is the community barn, and there's a community log cabin. But then the house is down below there, overlooks an amazing valley with no other homes in sight. That's the inside of the workspace for the caretaker. We'll get to the house, but that's my saddle. So the house is just over 4,000 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 4.5 baths. It's a Tennessee log home. It's being sold fully furnished, and it is amazing. There's an outdoor hot tub, outdoor fireplace, 4 fireplaces, 3 inside, 1 outside, and it's turnkey, ready to go. The unique situation with this, it's limited access in the winter. So you got to be ready for the winter, and they will come and get you on either on snowmobiles or in a truck that has tracks. But we can still drive right to it. This is an amazing kitchen. Right now, I drove up there on Sunday to show it. So if you want to see it, give me a call before we get the snowstorm that I think Trisha's going to talk about soon.
What a beautiful home. And again, that home is available. You mentioned community barn. So
couple days, but you could keep horses on your property if you set it up.
Okay.
And it'd be great riding. But the caretaker has his office space in there.
Sounds really exciting to have just a place all to yourself way out there.
Yes.
The experience to get there just sounds
you
really
exciting. You want to get away from this crazy world.
Get away from it all. Check out this Yampa
But you're close to
house.
skiing in 2 different mountains. So
how far away is it from here?
About an hour.
All right.
So
how do we get there?
131.
Highway 131.
Turn left on Road 3 and drive about 10 minutes and you're there.
That property is available
it's
for you.
It's an easy property to get to. But if you want to build a dream house, I do have a lot listed in Red Sky Ranch, which is outside of Wolcott, and it's on the Fazio course. It's a double lot, so you can build as big a house as you want practically. And it's got views of Game Creek Bowl and lots of sunshine, lots of trees, and it's ready to go.
Red Sky a ranch. The golf courses out there, Red Sky
There's
Land.
2 golf
that's available
courses,
for you.
and this is on the Fazio course, up in the aspens and the pine trees.
All right, so 2 properties available for you, and to maybe identify with the viewers more, the clients. Tell us about yourself.
I've been here since 1985. I came for that one ski season. Everyone said I had to stay for the summer, and then obviously you never leave.
True.
I've been in the ski business my whole life, basically, but now I'm indirectly in the ski business. My office is in the base of Beaver Creek, and I come to Vail and Beaver Creek, but I love it. And I've already started skiing and ready to go. If you'd like to ski into properties, I love doing that, showing people how to get there. I've been in real estate 18 years. Before that, I owned a ski shop. And I just love this valley and the mountain lifestyle, and enjoy it as much as I can.
She is very happy to help you learn your way around and show these properties to you as well, out in Yampa as well as in Red Sky. This is Heidi Bintz, and if you would mind helping everyone contact you today, what is the information?
Best way is my cell phone. I will have it in about 10 minutes. I forgot it at home this morning. 970-390-8383. Again, 970-390-8383. I am headed up to Beaver Creek for the day, so if you happen to be in Beaver Creek, stop us and say hi.
Thank you very much, Heidi, for coming on the show. Contact Heidi Bintz today, Live Sotheby's International Realty. And you're watching VDL, Vail Daily Live. We're going to send it to Trisha Swenson. She's going to give you a look at the weather as well as your lens of the day. Thank you, Heidi.
All right, thanks, Heidi. And a nice reminder, I almost forgot that it's Klaus Obermeyer's 102nd birthday. I talked to Helmut Fricker, our resident Bavarian accordion player and alpenhorn player, and he told me he was going over to Aspen to play for Klaus's 102nd birthday. So I love Klaus and his quotes. One of his quotes is, "Every day you don't ski, you can't get it back." So think about that. When you're like on the fence, should I ski today? Should I not ski today? This is what you do. You go skiing, because every day you don't ski, you can't get it back, according to Klaus Obermeyer. And with a guy that's lived that long, he knows the secret to a long longevity for sure. All right, our lens of the day. We're not going to do a lens today. We're going to actually do a helmet, because you can buy helmets at Eyepieces. So Eyepieces is many locations. It's the Art of Vision. You can find them at the top of Bridge Street, over at Beaver Creek, Edwards, Vail Village, Lions Head. And this is a cool helmet from Anon. And what's neat about it is that it has this really cool technology. And it's the Murek wave cell is what they're calling it. You probably can't see in there, but it's got all these little tiny waves, if you will. And what they do is they kind of help with shock absorption. And so helmet technology has been changing so much in the last several years. So it's just good to know kind of what's out there. If you're in the market for a new helmet, here's what WaveCell can do. It kind of behaves like a network of hundreds of little interconnected shock absorbers, connecting your head to the outer shell of the helmet. It helps distribute the impact energy through its network of cells and reduces impact, which is good. So if you're looking for a new helmet, stop by Eyepieces. It's always good to bring your goggles along, or maybe buy the goggles at the same time to make sure there's a nice fit. Maybe pick an Anon pair of goggles to go with the Anon helmet, because they were probably made to fit together. So that's a quick look at your lens of the day, which actually features a helmet, because helmets and goggles go hand in hand. Once again, stop by Eyepieces to find out more information. Hey, a few more things going on today. We've been talking a lot about the World Cup ski races, but in addition to that being on the schedule up at Beaver Creek, the Villar Performing Arts Center is hosting a couple showings of the latest Warren Miller film, Winter Is Now, and our winter starts now. And the thing about the Warren Miller films, they're just so nostalgic. Many people grew up going to these. They got excited for the ski season, the snowboard season, by watching these. They love the music, all that kind of stuff. So this is going to be happening on Friday at 7:30 p.m. And then Saturday we have two showings, one at 5, one at 8. Tickets are just $18. And, it's going to take you all over the nation and the world. So let's give you a look at the Warren Miller Winter Starts Now movie.
Thought you might want to take a hit on this thing.
Not really. I wasn't really thinking about it.
Come on, if you don't do it today, you'll be 1 year older when you do.
You know, I've heard that before somewhere.
Everyone should have those times to get out and to recharge.
As a skier, it's where you can really test your limits. It's as steep, as big, as scary as you want. Sorry, I almost threw up.
To show up at the mountain and just let it guide you wherever, that's nirvana as a skier.
My buddy was like, dude, that looked just like a Warren Miller movie. Ever since then.
I love my racing background. I love that fire and aggressiveness in turns.
It's skiing to the bone. It's total sensory overload.
Your brain is turning and burning in all of the good ways.
I think it brings me a lot of clarity and also sanity.
If you're not carving, you're starving.
It'll all go down just as it always has.
Winter starts now.
If you're trying to lose belly fat,
Club One is a pivotal part of the Vail lifestyle, with spacious lockers to store all your gear in a ski-in, ski-out location. Club One is your mountain headquarters, stacked with club amenities and members-only perks. Club One, where the locals locker.
This Weather and Mountain Report is brought to you by Carrots Jewelers, creating heirlooms for over 50 years.
Here's a last look at your weather before we wrap the show. We're going to see temperatures reach into the 50s later on today. Pretty mild right now. We're seeing things in the 20s and even the low 30s already. Over in Vail, we're seeing 30 degrees. Today's high will be 54 for Vail, and Eagle and Gypsum, they could reach almost 60 degrees later on today. Overnight lows for Vail, 29. And looking at wind speeds, really shouldn't be any kind of a problem today. And then here's a live shot looking down at I-70, the West Vail exit. You can see the Gore Range now in the background, the sun obscuring our camera just a little bit there, but traffic traffic is flowing along smoothly. And here's a look at the next couple of days. We're going to be back into the 50s for Thursday, Friday, dropping a little bit on Saturday, and then hopefully we'll see some moisture, some clouds come in and some cooler temperatures with 39 for your high on Sunday. So that's a quick look at your weather. The mountains looking like this. Let's see, is Ty Diaz ready? We can ask him a little bit about what it's like out there. Ty, is there anyone? Oh, you're down by the covered bridge.
Yes, we just did our interview with Heidi Vince of Live Sotheby's International Realty. But then while standing here talking with her, I noticed all of the lights and how just beautifully decorated Vail is right now. For those watching at home, yeah, if you're wondering and you're saying, is that the Vail Transportation Center? That is the point where everyone comes down the buses, and you've done this too, to get to Bridge Street, which is where I am. So follow along over here. There's a lot of festivities that are happening at Vail. Concerts and shows happening this weekend. I have Jameis with me still. We were looking at some of the signs that we're finding here at Vail, letting us know some of the things that are going on at Vail today. You wouldn't mind coming closer? Let me show you. So here's some of the features. November 12th through December 15th, Reveille Vail, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right, is going on. And then Vail Holiday Lights also kicking off December 16th to January 2nd. The tree lighting, the trees, the village lighting is going on. You have ski and skate shows going on. You have silent disco, live music, Vail Opera at 4 o'clock. That bell rings. But Jameis and I, we're thinking to ourselves, what does Reveille mean? Trisha, do you know what Reveille means?
Well,
It's the first I've ever seen it.
You know what? I do know what
Yeah.
Reveille means. So Reveille is,
So-
they call it the brilliance of winter, and it's the early season celebration. It started on the 12th, as you mentioned, of November, opening day. And they just kind of bring in some of the early season things that are happening. In fact, so last week we lit the tree over in Lion's Head, and I was involved in that. We had Santa coming down to count down with the mayor. We had the Fabulous Femmes doing a couple of great sets of music. And then we had the Vail Skating Festival doing an ice skating show down at Arabelle. And the Vail Skating Show is going to be back again this weekend. So we're excited to see that. And then we're going to have, the Olympian Karen Chen. She's going to be featured at the Arabelle Ice Rink this weekend on Saturday, 5 and 6 p.m. So we're excited to have her back.
Yeah, so all exciting stuff. And so Jameis and I, we went online to look it up ourselves, what it means. And so we were just wondering if it was okay to share with the viewers. Maybe the chat box is going off. What was the definition for Reveille that we found?
Well, to my surprise, it said lively and noisy festivities, typically involving large amounts of alcohol. Definition. Which
Sounds festive.
sounds like a great place to be, if you ask me.
Yeah. Well, they do, Opera Vail. Vail Opera is part of this, and that's when the bells ring at 4 o'clock, and you go to your favorite watering hole and have your opera ski. All right, guys, what's your favorite place? Where's your favorite place to opera in Vail Village and in Lion's Head?
Man, I've had a career in Lion's Head. I have to go with Garfinkel's. I mean, how can you not miss that place?
I love Garfinkel's.
Basically ski in, ski out. And
Okay.
awesome.
And in Vail, what would you choose?
I love Vail Village. Bridge Street, I mean, lately, what is it, Bad Kitty? It's been
Bad Kitty, I think, is a new little hot spot.
I mean, who doesn't like that name, right?
Vail's changed so much, Trisha, over the years with a lot of new features and hotspot locations to go to, a lot of new names that they go by. And so I don't think you can really pick just one when it's all about getting out and perusing and just checking it all out. So I would just say Bridge Street as a whole at Vail is the way to go. Hey, check this out. We have runners. We have track stars.
Oh, they're waving. They're waving at the camera. I wonder, are they running from something? All right.
There's more runners. So, but as you can see, everyone at home right now, Vail is livening up. We have runners and track stars here making the way, getting some exercise in, and that's kind of the life here, especially with the weather that we're having lately. Trisha's so warm out. You can still get a fat bike, rent it, ride it. You can do some golfing, perhaps still somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
Just close this weekend, but a little further down the valley, I just golf year round. Rifle, Castle Rock, all those.
Denver, you could go there too. Yeah, Jameis, where would you bike right now? I mean, I guess there's not much snow, so you could pretty much bike anywhere, especially down valley. You could probably do a lot of mountain biking in Eagle.
Oh, for sure. I mean, you can bike right here in Vail Village. As far as the bike path goes, there's no snow on it. And literally on the other side of the highway, the sunny side, trails are bikeable. Now, you have to be conscious of trail closures and stuff due to elk migration. In fact, I believe the cutoffs might be December 7th for this valley.
Yeah.
So that's just around the corner.
Yep.
But
Different trails are
the state
closing.
promotes it year round, so
Okay.
it doesn't take much to hop on I-70 and put an hour behind the wheel and be in somewhere awesome where the biking's just great and warm and sunny,
I know.
which
Colorado.
is cool. You could ski in the morning and bike in the afternoon.
But what we shouldn't do is get too comfortable with these warmer days that we're having right now. Winter is known to sneak up on us. So with that, certainly paying attention to winterizing and getting our vehicles ready for winter. If we're going to do any major driving, any carrying on of that sort. I was listening to KZYR this morning, Steve Lee. He says that he has yet to put the snow tires on his car yet, but he's given every of the listeners the suggestion that you have between now and Monday to get that done.
I know. You know what? I thought about the same thing, and I'm pretty much sure I'm in the market for snow tires. And we've kind of been lulled into this, like, oh, it's still off season. We don't need snow tires yet. But yeah, get them, and because those snow tire places get so busy when it starts snowing. Everyone's just like, oh, I got to go get my snow tires. So do it now when it's still just nice out, and you don't have to wait very long. Get that all scheduled, and you'll be good to go.
Absolutely, absolutely. So again, Vail Mountain is open for the season. Beaver Creek opened just this past Monday. For the viewers, if you're tuning in right now, no new snow in the past 24 hours, but trust us, it is on the way. And the existing snow on the mountain, we've heard amazing feedback, great stuff out there. But remember, early season conditions exist, so go slow, take your time, get your legs underneath you, but certainly get out and enjoy what we have available to us.
Okay,
Thank
and
you,
guys,
Tricia.
we've
Back to
got,
you.
okay, all right, thanks, guys. And we've got the pub crawl tonight for Vail Snow Days. We also have the races going on, Super G. The first one starts today at 11:45. If you're planning to go to it, allow about an hour of time to park. Get on the lower bus from the lots to the village, and then from Beaver Creek Village, you'll take another bus to the race stadium, and they're gonna have snacks up there, all that kind of stuff, and then come back down. Pump House Bar will be open for you, and it's just a great vibe up at Beaver Creek for the races. So bcworldcup.com for that, and Vail Snow Days is where you can find more information for the concerts coming up. Oh, Ride Divide, thanks for chatting with us. Okay, what did she write? I can't see. Oh, thanks for the morning report. Looking forward to reports from Birds of Prey. Yes, we're. Rumor has it we're going to be talking to Ted Liggety today, who has retired from the U.S. ski team, and a portion of the run, the Birds of Prey run, will be named after Mr. GS. So we'll let you know more about that. So watch us this weekend so we can give you details on everything we're learning at both the Birds of Prey and Snow Days. We'll see you tomorrow.